Hey everybody, welcome to our downtown studios. Ram Dean and Black with you. Coming up Friday, November 4th, it is the return of TKO 36, going down at La Tohu in Montreal, Quebec. Jimmy Spicuzza taking on Jesse Ronson, the body snatcher at 155 pounds. And I think if you look at this fight on paper, it looks like a stylistic matchup. Spicuzza, the Robert Drysdale guy, and Jesse Ronson, the adrenaline, the Team Tompkins stand-up guy. We know that's not the case anymore. You have to be good in all areas of the game. However, just like we've seen with Damian Maia, yeah, I know how to wrestle, I know how to punch and kick. But the goal is to get the fight down to the ground because that's where I shine in my jiu-jitsu game. Isn't that the goal for each guy here?
I think they are looking for their opportunities to do what they do best. Jesse Ronson, we've been calling his fights for years. Unabashed fan of the way that the guy fights, the way that he moves, the way that he expresses the martial arts. Quite impressive to watch, and people will just enjoy watching this guy do his thing. If he's fully turned on and fully performing at his best, it is a thing of absolute beauty. It's going to be a tough fight for him because Spicuzza, man, another guy you can easily become a fan of. And you don't have to look very far. You can go back to 2009, Tough Enough in Las Vegas, fighting Ryan Couture, Randy Couture's kid, drops him. I mean, we're going on 7 years ago. Dropping Couture, he ended up losing that fight by armbar. That's when he really took jiu-jitsu to another level. But he's rugged and he's tough and he'll be in your face and he'll be looking to stress Jesse out. And that's not a bad strategy, man. If you give Jesse room to move, he'll go paint a beautiful picture. So you want to throw some dirt on that picture.
One of the things we've heard about Ronson is not always focused on things. Sometimes he's distracted. And we've seen when he has been distracted, he doesn't always live up to his potential and perform the way that we've seen him perform when he's on his A game.
Yeah, don't think about a pink elephant right now.
Yeah, it's impossible.
What's the first thing that comes? Don't think about a pink elephant. And that's the case with Jesse Ronson. He's trying to, at different times during his career, he's been trying to control every situation. Don't think about the pink elephant. If you don't try to control the scenario, if you just go out and truly be free, truly be an artist, truly be a creative individual, enjoy your moments in there. The guy's talent is just off the charts. And it has been for years. When we first saw him out at CFC in Winnipeg, man, the way he moved his feet, the way he attacked the body, and he's been building on that for years. If he gets out of his own way, he is one of the most incredible fighters to watch. And Spicuzza's job is to get in his face, to rough him up, to make it a bit of a stressful fight. If Jesse's out there and he's doing his thing at the highest level, Jesse will take out all the Spicuzzas of the world.
Now, when you look at his training camp leading into this fight, he has the luxury of training with Chris Hordesky, who's going to be in the main event that night. His buddy Chad Laprise from Montreal supporting him for this fight. Malcolm Gordon, Adrenaline Training Center teammate, also on this card. Is it important that you have a team around you that's going to be performing on that night, that is helping you, that's trying to get in your head, to try to mess with you, to make sure that you have your best performance the night of?
Hey, listen, TKO in general, we got all these families, all these factions from Quebec and, of course, from Ontario and around. This has been part of the nature of the history of this organization. If you have watched fighting for 2 or 3 or 4 years, you got to see this based on action. If you're some of the old school people, maybe you haven't seen fighting for a while, or you watch it always, you go back and you see some of the great camps from Quebec. You see the family like Adrenaline Training Center, and these factions come together, and that's a part of the rarity that is TKO itself. So that aspect has good and bad. You know, Jesse Ronson walks out, he's got an army behind him, but he also has a whole bunch of people that he needs to represent. So there is good and bad in all of it, but what it does is it creates electricity in there. And this venue is very cool, man. I can't wait. It's a real privilege that you and I are going to get to call this.
It really will be a tremendous night of mixed martial arts action. Mark it on your calendar. Friday, November 4th, La Tohu in Montreal will play host to TKO 36, The Return.